Hello, my name is Laura Lopez and I am with the TTU Ethics Center. And today we are meeting with an alumni of Texas Tech University, Joseph Peterson.
Good morning.
Good morning, how are you?
Doing well. How about you?
I'm doing well. How does the code of ethics play a role in your profession?
I think it's a guiding principle for me and my profession. So I'm a financial advisor with Edward Jones. And in the financial services industry, ethics are of utmost importance. And there's actually laws that require us to act ethically. So, there was an investment act that was passed, and a part of that investment act, Investment Advisors Act, there are certain code of ethics and principles that we must adhere to in order to provide clients with great investment advice, service, just overall good business practices, and observing high standards of commercial honor and equitable principles.
How important is ethics in your profession?
I think it's probably the most important principle that we can have. At Edward Jones, one of our core principles is to put the client first. And I think in hiring advisors and associates to work for the firm, it definitely is going to be important that the perfect person has a strong moral compass and be able to adhere to the code of ethics and the ethical principles that the industry has set out for us, as well as the firm in general. So I think it's probably the most important thing that an investment advisor can have or do is to be ethical and make sure that they're taking care of their clients first and foremost.
How may an ethics center be of value to the learning community?
I think the most valuable part of an ethics center is the creation of awareness amongst not just students, but faculty as well, and the overall community. So even those outside of the university may have an increased or heightened sense of awareness about ethics due to the Ethics Center and the work that it does.
How did the instruction that you received at Texas Tech influence your professional ethics?
I think the biggest piece that I was affected by was the pursuit of excellence. So when you think about the principles of ethics that the university adheres to, one of them is pursuit of excellence. And when I first came to Texas Tech, I wanted to strive. It's funny, strive for honor. I actually have a T-shirt that I received from the university that says "Strive for Honor" on the front of it. And when I was at the gym a while back, a guy complimented me on the shirt, and that just speaks to the fact that the university, chose to give students T-shirts that said "Strive for Honor" to create that awareness that the university is upholding high standards to their students, to their faculty. And I think for me, I wanted to step up to that high bar and exude excellence in everything I did. So, when I went to my courses, I went early. I tried to talk to the professors during their office hour times, either before the courses or after the courses, just to be the best student that I could be. And I think that translated into now my profession and just pursuing excellence every day.
What role may ethics have as the world transforms from chaos?
Going back to the ethical principles that the university has established, I think public accountability is going to be one of the strongest ones to help us transform and overcome the current crisis. So there's been research to show that if everyone wears a mask, the likelihood or the probability of contracting the coronavirus is drastically diminished. So if we can hold each other accountable by wearing masks when we go out to eradicate this disease, kind of have a mutual respect to one of the other principles for each other, that keeps everyone safe, and we'll be able to move forward in a healthy way.
What ethical perspective has been clarified for you during this time?
Creativity and innovation. So another one of those ethical principles. I've seen more creativity and innovation in the past month and a half than I had in several years. And the use of just what we're doing right now, technology, to hold this interview. We don't have to be in person we can still see each other through this Zoom conference. So that innovation and creativity to still go about our everyday lives has been really cool to see, and that's probably being the thing that's most impactful in my life. Making me a little bit more efficient, so I don't have to drive from one appointment to the next. I can do them virtually, and that allows me to spend more time at home with my family at the end of the day.
How has COVID-19 affected you and the way you do your normal business?
The biggest impact is going to be not being able to see clients in person. So our firm has chosen to close the office to anyone outside of the associates that work in that office. So we've had to do things a little bit differently. Our appointments are over the phone or via WebEx video conferencing. So that's been the biggest change, but I think it's opened my eyes to the possibilities of not having to confine myself to those walls of the office or to the geographic area of my office. I could acquire clients from across the nation because of the capabilities that we have doing video conferencing. So we don't have to have the person right there in the office with us to do business with them. We can do business, via WebEx teleconferencing and have a client in New York City or all the way over in Los Angeles, California. So that's been really interesting to see that dynamic shift.
When you talk to your clients, what has been their biggest worry during this time?
The biggest worry is usually, am I okay? Of course, when you think about investment portfolios, there were definitely dramatic downturns in the overall market, and people felt those losses in their portfolios. So I think the question that I get the most is, am I okay? Am I still going to be able to retire? How much have I lost? And I really just try to refocus and or change their focus and look at their goals, look at their long-term plan, and see if they're still on track for that goal. And that's what we try to do.
What would be your advice for someone who doesn't currently have a portfolio?
Reach out to an investment professional to talk to them about your long-term goals. That person is going to be best equipped to help you articulate your goals and then put a plan in place to reach those goals. And they can give you the tools you need and use the tools to develop that plan and strategy to create a portfolio.
Do you have any advice for anyone who might be struggling financially to help them get back on track after this crisis?
Definitely. I think the biggest piece of advice is to continue to monitor and track your long-term goals and your progress towards those goals. So don't make any rash decisions based off emotions and kind of the short-term environment. Look more long-term, and that will be the best piece of advice that I have is, don't let a short-term event deter you from reaching your long-term goals.
Can you tell me how you have been active in your community?
Definitely. So that's one of my passions is being involved in the community, serving, volunteering, leading. So I've gotten involved in several different ways, but I serve on a couple of board of directors for nonprofits here in town. So currently serve on the Amarillo Chambers board of directors, a nonprofit called Cal Farley's Boys Ranch. I serve on their board, and I helped to start a young professionals organization and currently serve as the president of that organization. It's called Elevate Amarillo, and another board that I serve on is a nonprofit, the United Way of Amarillo in Canyon. So through my board service, I'm able to lead organizations. I'm able to serve the community and just volunteer and give back. Because as I was growing up, people were pouring into my life and giving back to me. So that's my way of paying back and returning the favor is by serving on these boards, volunteering with these organizations, and just trying to be an overall leader in the community.
If someone would like to get a hold of you to discuss creating a portfolio, how can they get a hold of you?
Great question. So there's a couple of different ways. Right now, even though we are closed to the public, we're still available via phone. So my phone number is 806-353-1035. Email, that would be joseph.b.peterson@edwardjones.com, as well as via our website, edwardjones.com. And in the search bar, you can put in my name. Again, that's Joseph Peterson.
Thank you for meeting with us today, Joseph. It was great hearing about your success as a financial advisor, and it was great hearing about all the community work that you do in your area. I think that you are a great representative of what Texas Tech University is looking for.
Thank you so much, Laura. It's always great to see your face and to support Texas Tech University.
Have a good day.
You too.